You know, you can never fully know something, all of it. So it's good to return again and again to the same material, to find the fruits therein, to harvest everything that we can. I think it's good when you read a paragraph to reread it and to think about what the paragraph says. A lot of times we just blast through books. You know, we all find our own approaches. I found something useful for me is to read a chapter again and again. Every day I read the same chapter. So, you know, Eliphas Levi is one of those just basic classics of modern lodge magic. Eliphas Levi, Doctrine and Ritual of High Magic or Transcendental Magic. It's one of those just basic texts that everyone's supposed to read, you know. And yet I don't think the material is very well understood. I understand that there's a lot I still need to glean from the text. But what I've been doing, maybe it's OCD, but I've been reading through the chapter over and over and over. So, I already did a video doing the doctrine of high magic, the introduction. I'm about to do the introduction to the ritual. It's really interesting. Eliphas Levi talks about, well, Lucifer, and he talks about the astral light, and he talks about Christ, and he talks about religious themes, whether they be Christian or pagan, concealing a hidden doctrine of the astral light, the universal energy. And there's an idea that to govern or control nature, that the magician is to be the supreme pontiff of nature, that in order to direct nature we must be above it by resisting its attractions. When we know how to live, we'll no longer die, but transform like the chrysalis, by identifying to the divine word or logos at the core of our being able to control our appetites. You know, asceticism is something practiced by the Brahmins and by many ancient schools, classical Greek. Self-denial, asceticism, what is it about? It's about being able to govern the horses, to use Plato's chariot allegory, to be self-governing, to truly solve the riddle of the Sphinx, to be able to tie the Sphinx to our chariot and come into the city of Thebes. Eliphas Levi is very interesting. And okay, another topic is, there's so much to go into with Eliphas Levi. He gives a different correspondence of the Hebrew letters to the tarot, where the fool is Shin, and then the magician is Aleph, the priestess is Beit, the empress is Gimel. Eliphas Levi was a very important figure, so I'm actually really excited to do these. You know, I've had a dry spell lately with my videos. You know, I'm trying to think, where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And I just had a realization that I might as well give an update. Maybe that would be cool. Maybe they're not like full instructional videos, but just kind of saying what I'm going up to and my thoughts. Yeah, it could all be part of the thing. But, you know, I feel like I need to do more than reading, you know? My videos have been a lot of reading, and I know I need to do more stuff. A lot of people have talked about, like, simple witchcraft videos, like, you know, the old school stuff, blend in oils and things like that. Well, anyways, we're gonna get this reading out of the way, and I've got to figure out like what's next, you know. However, I think Eliphas Levi is very important, and I like this idea that we can go through a classical text that many people have trouble understanding and work through it together. I'm very much afraid of putting too much of my own opinions on Levi and what he's saying, and yet I want to, if I see something, I want to comment on it, but I want it to always be understood. Anything that I say is just my thoughts, my own opinions. It's not truth on Levi. I can't really interpret Levi for anyone. I could just share my thoughts. But yeah, I see so much there, so much there. I think he's a very important figure. And I have like what I think is a very important Kabbalistic thing that I'm working on. I think it'll be very enlightening. And I think it's something that most people don't really talk about with the Kabbalah. It's pretty interesting and deep. You know, silence is an important thing. Silence is a virtue. It is part of the four powers of the Magus. Silence. To understand silence. The life of a human being is either the parturition or the miscarriage of his or her word. The word is the creative force. Speech. Anyways, I don't know, this is just a quick video, you know, I figure I'd give an update. I did like an update thing, like on Facebook, what I've been up to. Yeah, I figured I'd make a video. So I think going into Levi is important, and that's definitely one of the things I want to do, and I want to knock this next chapter out. Oh, I wanted to announce, kind of personal, I'm going to New Orleans, baby, going to New Orleans, Louisiana. Going to New Orleans. I'll probably have some videos on that. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, so that's it for today, y'all. Just a quick update. And, yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. And, I will see y'all in the next video. Alright, have a great day, y'all. Thank you so much.